Hi there Aries, thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast for week commencing the 28th of April. How are you finding this epic month, which has been dominated by this grand collision of energies in the cardinal planets? Well, that continues for the first half of this week, and then we go back to the T-square, which has dominated for much of this year. So there's still going to be quite a lot of tension pulsating around, but the accent is changing. And on Tuesday, the solar eclipse in your second house is going to put the emphasis on resources. And Mercury is forging a particularly helpful alliance to Pluto in the first half of the week too. So it's an opportunity to grapple with the nuts and bolts of situations, to be much more hard and fast in your approach. Or is it? Because although this solar eclipse is going to provide a backdrop of energy for the next 6 months, it does link awesomely well with Neptune, suggesting that imagination can be as important as perspiration if you are trying to improve your lot. But that doesn't mean to say that everybody is necessarily going to fall in exactly with what you want. And an illustration of this occurs in the second half of the week, when the Sun starts to forge a very productive angle with Pluto itself, but Mercury then moves forwards and goes into an opposition with Saturn. This suggests that joint finances could be a little bit of a touch and go area. You can't necessarily assume that someone will fall in with what you're trying to do. And if you're looking for sources of finance, then it won't necessarily happen for you unless you've really done your background research and you've cultivated the right kind of relationships and put the effort in over a period of time that will garner some kind of reward. But what is massively pleasing for you is that on Friday, Venus enters your sign. As it's been transiting its way through your 12th solar house, it has actually made some good links and suggesting that this has asked you to be more in touch with your senses and, if you like, sixth sense when it comes to relationship issues. But if something hasn't quite worked out for you, I do feel that you can be determined from the end of this week to take control of the situation, and that can give you a much greater alluringness. And don't be surprised if over the next 28 days from the end of this week, somebody new and rather exciting and enticing enters your circle. Now, it won't necessarily be the case that you're going to want to make an instant decision, because more than one person may be interested in you. But with such an amount of energy emphasizing the value of situations at the moment, I think you should also be much more concerned with the values of anyone you meet, because that really is going to be the defining point of how well you get on, however attractive and rather sexy you might find them. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.